Are you wondering what yin deficiency is? Well, you're in luck, because today I'm going to talk about what yin deficiency is, why drinking water doesn't fix yin deficiency, and what you can do to improve your yin deficiency. Hi, I'm Kim from Best Acupuncture. I'm a licensed and practicing Chinese medical provider focused on making Chinese medicine more accessible to you and helping you to help yourself so that you can help the world. So if you're new here to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button down below and the bell up above so that you don't miss any future episodes.
What is yin and yang theory? Think about taking a long walk back in time. 5,000 years ago, during the Shang Dynasty, is the first archaeological evidence of yin and yang theory. And okay, if this is so old, what makes it relevant today? Well, yin and yang theory is a different perspective on life. Its emphasis is on how you can better interact with the world. So it looks at what you can learn from your interactions, from movement, from time, and from space. And if you want a little bit more information on time and space, check out the episode, The Dao of Herbs. Okay, so instead of life being something that happens to you, life is something that presents a canvas, and you get to pick the colors you're going to use to paint. How do you pick the best colors? Well, when life gets confusing, trying to discover the best answer or solution for you might not be obvious, and that's where yin and yang theory comes in. Life has a method to it, and you can see it in the seasons and in your daily rhythms. So this rhythm is what yin and yang theory calls change, or the study of the theory of change. So let's say you want to go to a movie, but it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Well, it's pretty tough getting to a movie at 4 a.m. in the morning. And maybe if you were in a different time zone, it might be around 5 p.m. and then you probably could go to a movie. Or if you stayed right where you are and you waited until 5 p.m., the probability and possibility of going to a movie would again be available. So one component of change theory is time and space. So check out the Dao of Herbs to get more insight into time and space. And sometimes analyzing change is called analyzing the energetics of all the possibilities. And the energetics are represented by varying levels of yin and yang, which is captured in the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching. So if you want more information on the I Ching, divination, how to use it in your life to kind of get an idea of what you might be facing, put it in the comments below. Say, hey, I want more information on the I Ching. Okay, so let's go back to that movie example. So you're this map of time and space, which is one component of change. And you take your map and you lay it over the I Ching to find all the different possibilities available. So yin and yang theory in the I Ching gives you more dimension to some of the things that you're going to be facing. Well, at 4 a.m., it might tell you there are obstacles that could be overcome in the future. So change is the energetics, which is a combination of varying levels of yin and yang coupled with time and space. So what is yin? So when you look at your body is this combination of yin and yang. So parts of your body are going to be more yin, like the blood. It's going to be more yin than, say, the breath. And the spleen is going to be more yin than the stomach. And the heart's going to be more yin than the small intestine. And the yin and yang in your body ebbs and flows, just like the seasons. So the I Ching can also help you understand the direction your health is taking. And then underlying this is all the yin in the body. So let's say you have a jar, your wallet, and the ashtray in your car. And in all these areas, you have chains, nickels, dimes, quarters, and each site is its separate pocket of change. But together, They represent how much change you have in total. So all the yin together is how much yin you have in total.
And yin provides the ability for the body to prepare and recover.
I like using the analogy of soil. You know, having grown up in the Midwest, I grew up at a time when the earth was deep, it was black, it was rich, and it was full of humus. Any seed would grow in that soil without any attention, without any special fertilizers or any other growth enhancers. Now, that's the promise of yin in the body, the ability to have the resources needed to grow, repair, and recover from life. It's at its best when you're a newborn. And yin is the foundation, the soil you have to grow in. In biology, it would be the media needed to culture your growth. And soil or media is the foundation that needs one more thing, energy, which comes from yang. So in the episode, The Power of Yin and Yang, Part 1, The Creation of Life, it goes into how yin and yang create life. So check that one out too. So going back to the organs, they are separated between yin and yang organs. The yin organs produce things like blood, enzymes, and they store stuff like sugars, fats, nutrients. The yang organs allow things to pass through and they eliminate things. So you need both of these. You need both of these to have a truly healthy body. But what happens when you have yin deficiency? So even in the body, you have varying levels of yin and yang. So let's go back to the soil example. You start out full of yin. So you start out with this rich black topsoil that can grow anything. And then life happens and you start using your resources. Year after year, you plant your crops and use the soil. And each year, the fruits of your labor take a little bit more of the nutrition out of the ground. And over time, the earth starts to lose its deep black color. The moisture is getting pulled out of it. The humus is getting pulled out of it. And so the quality of the soil is reduced. And sometimes when you're going through life, you have times when you just have to get through something and you don't have time to rest and recuperate. If you're in school, finals is an example of that. Caregiving is another example. And that's kind of like leaving your field open to the wind and water erosion because you just don't have time to protect your field from all these elements. And as more of the nutrition is lost, you can't produce the same quantity and quality of crop that you were making a few years ago. So you start adding in enhancers like fertilizer or weed killer to help grow your crops. And this is going to be like using something like coffee to get through your day. And then the soil loses more and more of its nutrients. So now you've lost so much yin that the earth has turned to sand and you can't grow anything in the soil. And to repair your soil is going to take an effort. Okay, so why doesn't drinking water fix this? Because yin deficiency isn't a deficiency of water, it's a deficiency of nutrients, which causes a deficiency of fluids. This is a fluid deficiency because you've been using the resources that would retain the fluids in your body, and your soil is no longer rich enough to hold as much water. So it's all the nutrients that you're missing. If you've lost enough of the nutrients in your soil, then all you have is sand left. And it doesn't matter how much water you pour on sand, you're not going to return it back to the fertile soil. Instead, it's like the more water you pour on sand, the more water flows out. And if you drink a lot of water and you find the only benefit is you have to go to the bathroom a lot more, well, it's kind of like that. Life sure can make it hard to stay healthy. It seems like you're constantly under pressure. And there are things that you can do to help repair your yin. So maybe a good multivitamin from one of the few remaining high quality supplement manufacturers would be a simple start with Yin Deficiency. And if you're not sure who has a high quality supplement, ask one of your alternative care providers or give the office a call or order one of ours online. And just because a product has the word nature in it, it's prescribed by your doctor, and you can get it at the hospital pharmacy, doesn't mean it's a quality supplement. And another helpful supplement, especially if you have dry skin, is going to be omega-3s. Omega-3s are great for yin, so it's going to improve your skin and your memory, but it's also good at reducing inflammation in the body. And if you're thirsty all the time, adding in foods that are nutritious with high water contents can help with yin deficiency. So foods like watermelon, cucumbers, iceberg lettuce, tomatoes, celery, things like that can help. And when you're fatigued, try things like sweet potatoes, quinoa, soy, bell peppers, nectarines, apricots. These foods are usually easier to digest, and they can help provide the nutrients your body needs to repair your yin.
And when it comes to any of this, you are a unique individual, and there's going to be things that you can eat and things that you can't eat. So when it comes to things that you can't eat, don't eat them just because they're mentioned here.
And if you can, try to move away from processed foods because they have such a significant impact on yin in your body and your health. If you want to see what they might do to your health, check out the food labeling series here on the channel. And as always, you can find all the links in the video description below.
There you have it. Now you know what yin deficiency is, why water doesn't fix yin deficiency, and what you can do to improve your yin deficiency. So until next time, I'll catch you on the other side.